AJ Lee. AJ Lee. AJ Lee. AJ Lee.
Coach, hey, tough one here tonight at Waccamaw. Refs didn't show us no love, but the guys hung tough. A little bit of comments about what we saw tonight.
Yeah, just real proud of the guys responding in the fourth quarter. We lost our composure in the third quarter, and I think we had about 60 yards of penalties there in the fourth quarter. Let them back in the ball game. Actually, let them take the lead, but we responded in the fourth quarter. Had a big drive. Actually, late in the third quarter, big drive, go down there and take the lead, and then took over 9 minutes off the clock right there, about 80-plus yards to put the game away. So, obviously, real proud. Always happy to win. Never going to apologize for winning.
Hey, it looks like we're going into conference next week.
No, we got one more week, one more non-region.
One more week. We got
Hanahan. Yeah.
Hanahan. Okay, and then we travel to Hanahan.
Yeah.
So everybody looks to be getting out of this game pretty healthy. How we looking on the health side?
I probably lost Madison Smith, left tackle there. Looks like a knee injury. Hopefully goes to the doctor and it turns out not to be too bad. But we just got to roll with it. That's part of the game, and you're going to lose injuries, and somebody's got to step up and play.
All right, well, Coach, hey, good win tonight. I appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. All right, you're here with Coach Poston. Coach, tough win tonight over here in Waccamaw.
I'll take my equipment home.
Little sweet revenge from last year.
Yes, sir.
Got off to a little slow start tonight. Can you tell us what kind of give us your thoughts on what was happening?
Yeah, we got put in a couple of tough spots with offense turning the ball over, turnover downs once. Gave up a big play. We had three guys on one, and they come down with the ball there for one touchdown. But anytime you play a team running the option, you gotta be where you're supposed to be, show up where you're supposed to show up every play. And on a couple of those big runs, we just didn't show up. And one guy not where he's supposed to be, and they get a big run, and it is what it is. But we changed up the look a little bit the second half. Kind of gave them a little bit of different front, like we did to start the game with, and just kind of adjusted well and just hung on for the ride.
How does it feel to win against Waccamaw when y'all lost last year?
Oh man, losing the way we did last year, where we go up late with about 7 minutes to go, and then they go on like a 13-14 play drive and take up 7 minutes of clock and give us the ball back, take the lead, give us the ball back with about 20 seconds on the clock. It was a hard pill to swallow. Had some guys get hurt. Just ultimately didn't play well enough in the second half to come out there with a win. Had some turnover issues, but coming back over here tonight, we knew it was going to be 48 minutes of all you could eat, and we just wanted to outlast them for 48 minutes, and that's what ended up happening.
Okay, real quick, Coach. I asked Coach Durham last week, what is it coaching this defensive line you got here? This is a special one.
They make me look good sometimes, and it's about. I told them earlier this week we were going to give Waccamaw a different look than what we give them in the past, and we were going to come out a little bit different, and we were just going to put our guys against their guys and see who was better. And ultimately they kind of started getting the ball to the perimeter a little bit. We had to change, but ultimately the interior we were very, very stout, and 7'8", 55, and 65. Those guys are pretty good when they all on the field at the same time. They make my life easy, and they make me sleep a little bit better at night.
Absolutely, Coach. One more question.
What was going through your mind when the lights cut off?
Oh man, when the lights cut off, I went back to Philip Simmons 2 years ago, where the lights cut off at midnight, and we had to wait 20 minutes after midnight when we had the lighting delay and things like that, and just trying to knowing it was going to be a little bit of a process, a 20-minute process probably before we get back on the field. Just trying to keep the kids calm and just try not to exert a lot of energy that we didn't need to exert, just because the lights were off. And but ultimately we handled it well and went out there and kneeled it 3 times and finished it out.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank y'all.
You did really good job.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, I need you to
Good morning and welcome to Yellow Jackets React.
We are a couple minutes behind, but we are here. First of all, congratulations to the Yellow Jacket Nation, coaching staff. Everybody did a great job last night. One of the It was a tough game. Tough game. A lot of things going on, and the guys held tight and made it through. I Again, big shout out to the coaching staff. That was a well coached. Shout out to Walkermall's coaching staff over there also. I mean, you know, aside from some of the on field antics, and ain't nothing coaches can do about that, to a certain extent. That was a well coached team last night, and them guys definitely deserve an attaboy because they played hard last night. Make sure you guys share this out. Tag your family members as we sit down and we get ready to talk some Yellow Jacket football. Waiting on my co-host to pop in. But what I did do, guys, is in the chat, there's a link there for anybody who wants to come up and comment, talk about Yellow Jacket football. Let me make sure this is where it's supposed to be. Make sure you be respectable. We're not bashing coaches or players here. We just want some commentary on if you were at the game last night during the lights out situation. This computer wants to restart. And I hear a squirrel outside the window. But during the lights out situation where with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter, the Jackets had come down the field on about an 80-yard drive, ball control, ball handling, offensive line hanging tough in the fourth quarter, playing their hearts out. We got down there, 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and the lights went out. Okay, I gotta send you. We're getting. Hold on a second. Let me send you this link right here. It's the same link that we used last week, and it's probably, I don't know where I is putting you into a room, guys. This is our third official show, and so please bear with us here for a moment. Again, there's a link in the comment section. I'm gonna put it in the description of this video. And we would love for any parents, anybody to come in, comment, and give us 1 second here. Let me. Definitely. And shout out to the you heard the voice asking the questions. She's a great interviewer. That's Miss Claire's daughter. Her and my daughter was supposed to be there, but my daughter we had a little scheduling conflict. But we'll be back. The team will be together for in Hanahan. Okay. All right. You're probably in the Real Talk room. Let me see. I'm gonna send you another link here. I'm gonna send you this link here. Again, this coming Friday, the Jackets will be traveling. They'll be on the road again down in Hanahan. The last game before we enter into conference play. And while we wait on the voice of the Yellow Jackets to come on board, let me share this with you guys. Oh, this is what happened when the lights. Actually, that's before the lights went out. Let me get the one. Let me get the one loaded up when the lights went out. Anyway, when the lights went out, it turned up. If you were on live last night on Facebook, you definitely had to see it. Okay. All right, I got you. Let's get there. Let's not do that. But and salute to the band and the cheerleader squad, the cheer squad, the dance team. It was important. You kept the guys engaged. You kept them loose. They didn't, just kind of sit around and get to thinking too much about, what was that the game was still, right there at hand, because you know how football go. Anything can happen. Bad snap, a mishandle on the exchange, and here we go. We got a whole different ball game. Again, Waccamaw had some athletes out there on that field last night. Again, and the Jackets, we traveled well again, and we want to continue to do that. We are now 4-0 going into Hanahan this week. I didn't do much scouting on Hanahan this morning because I was driving, but traditionally Hanahan usually has a solid program. Okay, I sent that other link over. Are we still? There we go. All right, Lance, you got to go portrait style right there for me. Oh no. Yeah. If you would do that for me. You be broadcasting from some different locations. This is the traveling show, apparently.
That's part of the problem here, man. I
That's
get a
all
chance
good.
to check out the connections out here.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. I was trying to stay at the house to do the broadcast. I said, no, this is football. I got to be outside. My soul wouldn't rest until I found a spot, and the connection's not that great. Can you hear me well?
Yeah. We can hear you. We can hear you. We'll get through this, man.
Okay.
Great game last night.
Yes, sir. Awesome game. I think it was a true test of what our team is made of all the way around. I think from coaching, playing, just having just the stamina to stay in this game, because it was a tough game. It was a rough hitting game, and interesting. Sometimes some interesting calls, but we fought through all of that, and I think at the end, we certainly came out better for it. It's going to prepare us as we move into this. I think even a tougher part of this schedule. This was a true test last night, and job well done by coaches and the players out there.
Yeah, I mean that salute to our defensive coordinators and the defensive team too, because Waccamaw did exactly what I would have done. They found a sweet spot, and they kept hitting it, and fortunately for us, our coaching staff made the adjustments and thing. Let me play defensive coordinator Coach Poston. Actually, let me start with the head coach with you here, so we can react to this on the backside.
All right, Coach. Hey, tough one here tonight in Waccamaw. Refs didn't show us no love, but the guys hung tough. A little bit of comments about what we saw tonight.
Yeah, just real proud of the guys responding in the fourth quarter. We lost our composure in the third quarter, and I think we had about 60 yards of penalties there in the fourth quarter. Let them back in the ball game. Actually, let them take the lead, but we responded in the fourth quarter. Had a big drive. Actually, late in the third quarter, big drive. Go down there and take the lead, and then took over 9 minutes off the clock right there. About 80 plus yards to put the game away. So obviously real proud. Always happy to win. Never going to apologize for winning.
It looks like we're going into the conference next week.
Now we got one more week, one more non-region.
One more week. We got
Hanahan.
Yeah. Okay, and then we travel to Hanahan.
Yeah.
So everybody looks to be getting out of this game pretty healthy. How we looking on the health side?
I probably lost Madison Smith, left tackle there. Looks like a knee injury. Hopefully goes to the doctor and it turns out not to be too bad. But we just got to roll with it. That's part of the game, and you're going to lose injuries, and somebody's got to step up and play.
All right, well, Coach, hey, good win tonight. I appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, tough losing old Big Matty down there, man.
Yeah.
I'm saying that. Let me knock on wood. Let me pick up my lucky rock, and like Coach said, I hope that the doctor, you know what I mean, gives
There it is, man. Yeah, man, he's gonna make it through. He'll be there next week. Prayerfully everything will work out well.
Yeah, because he's a big part of what makes that offense go, man. Big part of it. Big part
absolutely.
Of it.
And Coach said some. I mean, he wrapped it up real tight there with that very short interview. Very tough, but he stuck with it. 60 yards of penalty, and he overcame that. So, that speaks to, again, a well coach, the ability to adjust on the move and respond to that play, which again, I'm still trying to figure out how they were running that play in that mixed direction. But again, just excellent coaching I think on the sideline. And one thing of note, as I continue to learn Coach and some of his background, man, he's not that far from being the winningest coach of Andrews High School history. So we want to keep our eyes on that.
I'm tracking. I'm tracking. I'm looking forward to being right there to capture that history. And I thought about that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I wonder what is he because he listened to old heads like us talk about the glory days of Andrews High and this guy here just came here quietly, man, and just
while they're getting it done and under some pressure because we've got we're Yellow Jacket crazy, and so we sometimes we get impatient and we want to see things happening right away. We want to be winning and going to playoffs and championships right away, but he stayed the course. I think it's 11 years at high school, and again over that expanded time, there's been a lot of success, a lot of great players coming out of there. And so but you have to ask yourself, is that what's happening with these players afterwards? And so hopefully we're getting some attention. I think it's a lack of, folks paying attention to us from the outside. It's not the coach, not the play. It's just that we got to figure out some way to get some attention to our players, because especially this core of athletes we have right now, and it has the potential, several of them, to play at the D1 level.
Absolutely. I mean, even if not the D1 level, to play at the next level and to get a college education, with it. There goes the band director there. But like to your point, man, and I think again, last night was a coaching duel from both sides, and we came out on top because, again, like I said, it got chippy there. There's a clip that I wanted to play that I can't play because I used some bad language on there. There was a hit on AJ on the sideline, and I mean it was clear targeting from a safety aspect. I mean, just from I wouldn't want our kids to hit a kid like that.
Right.
And I mean, when I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna try to stop it. So that's not me. If the person that uses that foul language, once I get this clip loaded up here,
we give the kids underage a time to get away from the if you don't.
Yeah, once I get that loaded up, I'll. But I think I could stop it before but
it goes, and I'll say this before you play it, but you and I are fans too. We're big fans, and so when we see action like that, sometimes we forget what our role is, where we are, because football, as you were an outstanding football player as well. I enjoyed the game, and so we get passionate about it. And I mean, I had one of the best times last night on the sideline yelling, but you can tell my voice is almost shot, but not an excuse. But again, sometimes we get excited and things come out. So hopefully we'll be able to stop it. If not, please forgive us. And just know it's it's coming from a passion of being a Yellow Jackets fan.
Yep. Hey, Skipper, send that video. Yeah, she got a good shot of it. Send that video in Messenger, because when you send it in text, I'm not an iPhoner, so it loses quality. I apologize for that. But yeah, that and again, back to the coaching staff. I'm gonna really shout the coaching staff out tonight, because I mean this morning, because I watched them keep them guys together, man, and it was, a little cheap, a little punch, a little gut punch here to hit.
Oh, it was ugly.
Oh man, they hit my man in the throat right there at the halftime. Had the kid on the sideline, and I felt like his dad. Thank God he didn't come on the sideline. Come onto the field, but the officiating, it's just. And to the coaching staff's credit again, they kept saying, "Hey guys, they was calling this stuff out early, and they were like, hey, and coach was saying, this is what leads to big things. This is what leads to big things." And that referee that was on the sideline,
And generally it's the one who retaliates and when it gets caught. But you're right, and again, we play ball. It's going to be rough in the trenches. But last night, I think it was because it was happening so often. Not the coaches from Waccamaw, but I believe among the players, that was the intent to get our guys, off their game by hitting them with dirty shots, and again that led to those 60 yards. I think what Coach mentioned in his interview. But again, all of those things that happened last night, I think it's good because we fought through it and we won, and so our guys now need to think about that and not allow those kind of things to get us off track, because as we enter into the regional play, we can't lose any of them, because some of them can you can get tossed out and not even finish this game, the current game that you're in, and the next game. So that's going to probably my recommendation is that they got to have a conversation about that here next week.
Yeah, yep. Hey, I got that, Skip. I'm about to get that loaded up here. I just want you guys to kind of see that, man. It was bad. It was a thing. But again, like you said, it's gonna be that. We're gonna go into hostile environments. We got to be able to operate. Salute to what's the kid named number 23, Miss Peggy's grandson.
No, you got me there. I don't have my roster in front of me. Somebody can hit us up in the inbox and let us know, because he all of them played a heck of a game last night, but some were definitely highlighted.
I saw him and Dollard were holding on that right side, and LJ, there you go. Thank you, Ms. Claire. LJ and Dollard were holding down that right side, and they were having a hard go at it. But I witnessed them as I'm walking by, patrolling the sideline, guys talking and working it out. And I'm like, man, that's how you do it right there. That's how you know what I mean? Like, because it gets chippy. You out here playing a violent game, so it gets chippy amongst the players.
Well, yeah. It was a big game. This was, and you talked about a lot, but this was really for the county championship. So we once again we're the county champs, and it's going to be that way when you're competing and you're very and you're into the game. It's going to be that way. We just have to keep our heads about it and realize that it could cost you. So again, we're very fortunate with those many penalties, tight game like that we didn't get completely distracted from the real assignment, which is to win this game and come out healthy.
Yeah,
hey, one thing as you load that, I just want to give a quick shout. I don't want to miss this. Anytime you can go back to where you started and get some revenge is a sweet thing. So shout out to Aiden Cooper last night, because I remember his interview with you last week, and this is one of the big games in his high school career. He was once a warrior.
Hey,
they didn't appreciate him, so he came to Anderson.
He will not have any regrets for this game right here.
Yeah,
the kid laid it out last night, and
played hard, played injured.
and played under a alias number. He came under. They wasn't even calling his name anymore. 79 on the tackle. 79 on the tackle.
Yeah. So what was that? I didn't understand. I guess you on the line. You have to have specific
because
numbers,
he had
or
to play tackle. All right. So
yeah.
On the line, there's a number scheme for linemen, right? And so he had to play. He had to switch it once Madison went down.
Madison, yeah.
Yeah, once Madison went down, then Aiden had to play dual roles. He had to play tackle and I'm talking about he was already laying it out, you know what I mean, on the defensive end, and then step right in there, man. Like, hey.
Well, that was huge, man. And so I was really, and again, those are the underdogs are, you know, I root for the underdogs, and so when again you have a history like that coming from a school that again that didn't appreciate it for whatever reason. That's my assessment. And having the opportunity to go back your senior year on their field, playing, you know, under the condition he was in terms of his injury, having to go to a new spot. That's determination, and again, the victory is the icing on the cake, man. And to perform well, did well, didn't use anything as an excuse. And
the kid
happy
put
for
it out there. Hey, the kid put it out there, man. The kid put it out there. The kid put it out there last night. And
yeah,
so
they're remembering.
Absolutely. Here's that. And then he had two guys at the end of the night came over. You know, I guess they, you know, sportsmanship, man. It was a special night out there for him, and I was just happy for him, man. And his sister was she did the interview, you know, on him, man. So it was just.
Oh, that's who. Okay, great.
Yeah. So here's that hit.
Okay. Ooh.
And that's and I've slowed it down, man. And well, not on here, but when I post it, I just want to highlight the fact that I want you guys to see that there's a referee. The referee is right in front of the referee. See the referee coming in late?
Yeah.
And I got that same shot, but with a little more colorful language. And you can hear the kids laughing at the end of it. It was you know what I mean?
You know what?
I'm not.
AJ took it and got up and right back in the game.
I stood straight up, looking like you know. That's kind of why I started cussing.
Now see, that should have concerned him. A guy took a hit like that in the head and was right back up. And I don't know if that play came before or after that kickoff return.
That play came after the kickoff return.
Yeah, so they definitely wanted him out.
Yeah. they thought they got a little happy when Brandon went down, when they gut punched Brandon. And when Big B stepped up and stepped to the sideline, the fans was like, "Oh, he's still good. Let's go."
I know. And you can tell, you know, from the injuries. Now some of our guys in the third quarter, they'll catch a few cramps here and there. But we knew from their reaction on the ground that there were dirty punches in the midsection, the groin, and all of it. And again, these guys took it and right back in their face. And I think, you know, that just speaks again to the toughness of our players, man, and the determination to go back out there and just pounding in these guys' face. And that's what it was last night. Just an awesome display. AJ's just he's just a bad boy, man. You can't stop him. You know, you can't. This guy almost. I mean, you remember doing Georgetown game after he got his ankle sprain. He still almost outrun the guy. That got down. I think about inside the 5-yard line. So you can't underestimate and don't question these guys' will and determination to win. You know, they're going to play, and the coach. I know the coach have to fight to keep them off the field because when they're injured, because they're ready to go.
Yeah,
I can't stop them, man.
I heard Coach telling them guys last night, if you hurt, make sure you see Adam tonight. Like, because I guess they be trying to. I'm telling you, them guys be dodging. That's the love of that game, man. That's the.
It reminds me of that
dangerous game, but it's
Old Rocky, you know, the doing the old Apollo Creed time, you know, when he was just getting pounded. And the coach was just screaming, throwing the towel, throwing the towel. Coach said, "Get some help, get some help, man." But these guys won't, because they want to be out there every play, every down, you know.
Yeah,
And so you big ups to those guys on the determination to pound some head out there.
tough bunch, man. Tough bunch, man. I got a clip here that I'm about to load that I'm telling you that let's see what here. A second. Please text me there. Where on that kickoff, on that touchdown.
Oh, you have that? I was wondering where you were, because I'm from where I was in the stand on the far side, it just seemed like everybody had an angle on AJ. So seemed like every 5 yards, okay, I can't see what's happening, and he just flat out outran everybody.
When you take an angle of pursuit on that kid, you better add 30 degrees.
But when you but when you have 85 yards to get ahead of him, you would think that somebody from from the 50, somebody was going to get have an advantage on him. It seemed like every time one got close to him, he shifted another gear.
Okay, hey, go ahead. I got to go to my door. I had somebody ring at my door. I wasn't expecting that, but hold me down.
I got you covered. Okay, so again, as the host step away from the desk, we want to, again, I like highlighting especially kids that are coming up, and you're seeing them for the first time at this level. And one of my favorite players right now is Dutch Stafford. And you see Dutch. We talk a lot about how the speed of AJ, the speed and quickness of Brandon and those kind of guys. Man, Dutch Stafford is a quick, speedy, shifty running back. And if you paid attention last night, he, from the line of scrimmage, he got through that line a lot faster than some of the other. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know if it was the play that was called for him, but just an exceptional ball player, tough guy on both sides of the ball. And he's just one I wanted to, again, a young and upcoming player to watch. Another one is Avery Durham. And again, you see when he stepped in, got a few snaps last night, and someone that we're really going to need here as we get deeper and deeper into the schedule, and these tougher opponents. We're going to have to give, Brandon some a little breather, and Avery is ready for that. He's demonstrated. I think every time he comes in and touch the ball, it's an improvement. And so, we got a video. What you got there, partner?
No, I don't have a video. But I had to. You got to understand where I live at. When the doorbell rings, I gotta grab the gun. Like,
you thought someone was coming for you, huh?
No, it's just like I'm not. That's just not happening. It doesn't happen out here where I'm at. But of course, the Jehovah Witness, they will find you wherever you are.
No comment.
No, yeah. And I told her to come back after the show. I mean, we could talk, we can chop it up a little bit. Everybody needs a little, some guidance in their life.
Hey, so while you're away, I was just highlighting some up and coming players, man, that are making a difference. And the first guy I was talking about is Dutch Stafford, and I was just kind of describing his quickness, how he hit that line of scrimmage, and I know he was averaging somewhere 4 or 5 yards a carry. Mm-hmm. What I would say to him though, he's got to protect that football, because he's coming in with one hand, and that's the other thing that Walkmore was doing last night. They were stripping the ball early on.
Yeah.
You see, so you got to protect that. You got to protect that ball at all times. But again, and I think he's a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. So we're looking good in that position. And then I had started to give some attention to Avery Durham, man. Again, you saw him last night.
I saw Big A.
Yeah,
he lined up on that. I got a good shot of Big A. Look good out there at the receiver spot. But
good out there.
Hey man, I'm telling you, him and number one.
That's I think it's Bright. Is that Bryson Cannon?
No. Number
one. No. It's Marlowe.
Marlowe.
Yes, Marlowe.
they got a chemistry that they because they've been playing together for a while, and you know, just watching him, I'm like I'm saying, man, unleash him on, because we got something special, and them Dorsey boys gonna go get it. You put it up there. Even Chris across that middle. There ain't too many cornerbacks at this level that's going to match up size-wise with, you know what I mean?
Strength. No, it's not going to happen. They're going to, it's not going to touch those guys.
And Brandon's been in that thing now, because he threw a beautiful one where dive and catch the Khalil there in the end zone.
Oh, we haven't even gotten to the game. I call him the game changer. Yeah, we haven't even gotten to Brandon, and you know, it's just so much, and it's all coming together, and it's a beautiful thing, man. And so we don't want to not recognize our you know, anybody, but these two I was just talking about, and of course, like you say, Marlo, and we were talking about Levi. Levi didn't play last night. I'm not sure. What did you get any? Was there an injury? Number 9 at the linebacker, middle linebacker.
Yeah, Levi had a non-football injury. He ended up cutting his finger.
Okay.
Yeah, at work, he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
so
now who filled in?
For him, that was number 50, Dollard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dollar's another one about up and coming.
And he listen. That's the best way to learn. He learned. He had a tough night last night, and that's where, you know what I mean. You got to learn it. You got to see it. You got to understand it. And so I doubt. I think moving forward, that puts us in a better position, because last year that's what Hampton did. You know what I mean. Hampton was an option team. Yeah. And it looks like, you know, things are lining up. We may be, you know, they may be coming down our way, whatever the situation is. But he got a lesson, and he stood up in it and didn't quit. That was the big thing. He didn't quit and was taking the coaching. So yeah.
Well, that's what good scouting does, man. And so those guys watching us, and so they know when one of our starters is out of the game. And so they, as you stated, they're going to come. They're going to design plays that come after that person who they don't think has the ability to be as effective as a starter. And one of the greatest, you know, you don't want to see injuries, but on the flip side of it, it gives that number 2 man an opportunity, you know, to show what he can do and give him that experience, because that's what it's going to take. And that's why I was trying to, you know, getting that with young Durham, is that every snap is going to, you know, he's going to get comfortable. And when you play in a big game like that, like last night, your confidence is boosted to another level. So I just see all of these guys just, you know, getting better every game. Now, and of course, you know, the line, we talk about these offensive, you know, running backs and all this other business, man, but that front line that we have, you know, and I don't know what Davion's weight is, but he just have the ability to clear out 2 or 3 people at a time. Davion played an awesome game last night.
I mean, and I mean, the kid has stamina. The kid has stamina.
Is that him? There he is. There
he is in that action right there. But there's a good look at them guys coming off right there. You know,
and they are a unit, man. They are. I'm excited. You know, I don't want to get too far ahead, but I just see big things with this squad. That's got to be here we go. That's a bad combination right there for anybody to face.
Hey, 5 is back, man. I'm telling you, 5 is back. I was trying to find that kickoff return where man, listen, the kid, I called it. I was just like, hey, if he's gonna pop it, he's gonna do it right now. And sure enough, boom, here we go. And there he went. Again.
The band there, they definitely kept the guys motivated doing the lights out when they shut the lights out on us.
That right there was doing lights out right there.
That's a good shot.
That's
the mystery player right there, number 79.
There you go. 79-45.
All right, Aiden, he refused to stay out of the game, man. Hey, what do you think about Chris Stewart play last night?
Chris played. It's gonna be hard for teams to if they got to throw against us. It's gonna be hard enough for you to run it against us, but it's gonna be really hard for you to have to throw that ball. I think Chris, and he's. I saw leadership out of him last night. I saw like he's not a vocal person all the time, but when it's time to be vocal, when things start getting tight, he's gonna let you know where where you're supposed to be and do your job.
Listen, when you look at I see Chris and the Dorsey young man, they're intimidating. And I see them. I mean, as big as these guys are, as strong as they are just intimidating ball players. I mean, Khalil, it's and when and these folks, they have to double up on them, but they can't stop them. I mean, these guys come in and they cover a range of area, when they come through there, and just the strength of it, and they always on top of the play. And these are guys like this I'm talking about, man. It has, I mean, they're great in the classroom, unstoppable on the field, and so it should not be any reason why these guys don't make it to the next level, unless they just don't want to play. And I don't, I'm not so sure what the desires are, because I'm sure they all can be just as successful in the business world. But right now on that gridiron, Chris Stewart, Khalil Dorsey, Aiden, all those cats, man, it just makes a world of a difference. And I'll shift here now into to Mr. Cumbie. And you see the pattern. I don't want to, this is how I see things happening. And the coaching strategy, man, that I've just kind of picked up on the pattern. It is unstoppable. When he starts to run, it's almost like when we need a way out, we're struggling to get through a situation. The next thing you know, here comes Brandon. And he has the ability, the patience, the smart. This guy's probably one of the best in reading where the opportunities, the open holes are. And then having the ability just to accelerate through there and pick up, 10, 15 yards at a time. And saw him last night delivering some hits last night too, as he's carrying that ball. He and AJ, both those guys will drop that shoulder and make that running that defender pay for getting in front of them, for impeding their advancement, for trying to hold them hostage. These guys, it makes them pay. So I
Fearless, man.
Brandon is, he changes the game instantly.
Fearless and locked in, and knows where he needs to be at when he needs to. He knows what he has to do. Again, I love the way them guys they build up each other. They pick each other up. You know what I mean? When Caden botched the punt, and the whole thing was, that the whole demeanor of the team was, man, forget that's over. It's the next play. AJ was trying to find his wheels, and it was Brandon that was right down that sideline, like, man, you that dude, boom, 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 boom. And here we go, boom.
And that's what's going to happen. These guys, your game plan, you'll have one coming in, but as we say in the military, your plan probably will not survive the first contact. So what is that? How do you shift? How do you shift from that? And I think that's what, and again, back to coaching, the ability to recognize that your set game plan is not working right now. How do we change that? And having these players that can adjust to that is just an awesome thing to watch out there. So as he moved to Brandon, then that started opening up opportunities for the pass, because now you got the defense collapsing in. And so, we had many opportunities. I think Brandon overthrew, I think it was Aiden in that first one, probably by a couple steps. But the play calling and the strategy set us up for these opportunities. And so it's just great to see how that, just how that's orchestrated and executed so flawlessly out there sometimes, man. It's great for, again, to be a fan on the sideline. But But yeah, you gotta appreciate Brandon, man. Just a hardcore player. Did you find that video?
I'm still looking for it. I was a little thrown off by the unexpected visit there.
I know they got you. They must have done drop a word in your ear there.
I'm definitely reading it afterwards.
They're probably watching the pod. Some of your uncensored podcasts.
That's what it is. So, yeah,
hey, now one thing last night we have to improve on, and I'll give Walker credit, is that there were too many yards after contact. And I give them credit. Yes, there were a lot. I mean, after the first contact, the guys wrap them up. But what the Walker runners would always do, they keep the feet moving. They never stop. They would twist and turn, much like how Brandon runs. When they pop Brandon is spinning off. These guys keep moving, and so when we hit, I saw a lot of them release them too early because they think the pop was effective. That's to stop their momentum. It's not. And I saw too many yards after the catch, but this is the first team that really done that to us. So our guys got to know you got to lock up and stay with a man until that whistle blown. Now you can't take it to the level where with Jacoby last week, this body slammed him. Can't go to that level.
Jacoby had one of the Jacoby had one of the worst flops. I'm talking about the play over, and he just pops up like he got I'm talking about like somebody drop kick him. I was saying, come on, you ain't gonna sell that one.
Hey, listen, he's entertainment all the time.
All the time, man.
Even when the lights are out, he's out there with the cheerleaders. So we weren't concerned about our guys, being stiff going back out there because there was actually a party on the sideline. The band had us going, the stands, the fans in the stands, and Jacoby was in the middle of it, and then go right back out and start cracking heads again. So man, yeah, he's a player that they got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that drive though, man. That drive coach was talking about, that drive, that last drive, man, from inside the 5. That drive started inside the 5. Yeah, and
I was concerned. We were deep.
Yeah, and again, get down third and 6, and here comes Brandon or AJ. Here come, you know what I mean? Like just delivering, stepping up to the moment, man. Stepping up. Those guys that's the one thing. That's the one thing about Brandon Cumbie, man. He is not afraid of the big moment. He runs toward it.
Typically you will, that close in there, the defense is much more aggressive. But you're right. So I was obviously concerned about any fumbles, mishandling of the ball, but none of that. I mean, just systematically grind that clock out because it was a close game.
Good coaching. That was good coaching right there. That's where good coaching shows up at in the fourth quarter. Evenly matched, pretty much across the board, and aside from the referees, I mean,
it was a lot of questionable calls during that drive as well. The thing that was concerning me, we all know you're talking 27-30, and so I didn't expect us to be able to manage, that ball management like we did. Again, done perfectly. But when it's that close and these guys is kicking as well as they are, they have a pretty good kicker.
They got a kicker that can pop it in from 45.
Yeah, so that gave me some concerns. And then on the flip side, imagine if it was the flip side, 3-point difference, winding down. If we were in that situation, what do we do?
Well, you talked about the fun that Jacoby Sanders has on the. You can see it right here. Check this out.
All right, I'm here with senior Jacoby Sanders. Jacoby, man, big win tonight over Walker. It was a tough one we lost last year. You guys got it back. Tell me what it means for you as a senior to get this win.
We had to come out here this time to get it. I prayed all week for this. We couldn't all lose this year. I don't think we're going to lose at all this season. We already knew it was a dub, you know. We've been crank on the sideline. We gonna always be crank during the game, after the game, at practice. Yeah, keep the spirit up.
All right. Big game against Hanahan next week. Tell us what you're thinking about going into this game.
I ain't really know yet, but I know we're gonna come out with the dub for sure. For sure.
That's Jacoby Sanders right there, baby.
That I can see this kid on somebody's sideline at in college and the pro. That is it. That is a spirit of a football player right there. This guy loves contact. He loves the game. There's no fear. And you need someone, because one of the things I know we were concerned about on the sideline last night, when we were in that funk, who was going to pick these guys up? Who was going to get them going again? And he's that guy.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it can come from the coach, but if you got a ball player like Jacoby with that kind of a spirit, you can't help but, because you can't get him down. You're not going to get him down, and his confidence at a level, he's ready. He said, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to come out with a dub. That's the spirit right there, man. So big shout out to this guy. I can watch him play all the time because I know he's going to take it, and he's going to come back and he's going to give it. And so when you got a monster like that on the sideline, boy, he's going to create problems for the other side.
Yeah, I would. It'd be frustrating to have to deal with him. His energy all night, just like, dude, take a play off, like, and I mean, he's gonna block you 10 yards downfield, like you ain't got no chance to make the play, and he's gonna just continue to block you. Like, exciting player to watch, man. Number 5'5", definitely.
So the chemistry, they stay together. Keep it's like you said, prayerfully we can go undefeated. Chances are, we're gonna run into somebody that's going to challenge us again, and the ability to work through that and play beyond it, because it's some tough competition out there. We've seen some. I was told, and I don't know, that Andrew Jackson, gave a couple 5A schools, a hard time. Some other bigger schools before they came to us, and and we handled them well. But Walkmar again was prepared.
Yeah, well coached over there. Well coached. The coaching staff is and they some of those players
some of those guys in Sanford, it should be coming to Andrews. That's exactly what I was about to say, man. So it's a lesson to those young men. Don't underestimate the Fighting Yellow Jackets. Come to Andrews, play along your friends and your neighbors, and let Walkmar do their thing.
Aiden did it.
Yeah. Aiden said, hey, you don't appreciate me? I'm going to the Yellow Jackets.
Let's go.
And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to smoke you. So, I didn't realize that until somebody was telling me last year. Yeah, some of these players are from Sanford, Santee area that decided to go to Walkmar. That's your choice.
Yeah, funny. That funny kid was pretty good over there.
And a couple who are the twins? I heard they were twins on the Walkmar side. Was that number 4?
Great kid.
Great.
Last name Great. Yeah.
And again, nothing, can't take anything away from those guys, because that play they were running was just and I can't see what's on the screen. I'm out here on my cell phone. I got a very small so those guys, I mean, great players. And there was a big kid lined up in front of
AJ and Andre Great. Yeah.
AJ and Andre Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome players. Quarterback, all of them were great players. But again, they came up against Yellow Jackets.
Absolutely.
It's just, we're gonna give them the business, man. So big shout out to the team, man. This is awesome. So we're the county champs. I had my county champs from the last time under my other shirt. I didn't come out of that until after the game was over. Then I sported around a little bit. Proud of our guys. Hey, and a big shout out to Dr. Bethany Gals for she was named superintendent
Georgetown
for our
County
school district, Georgetown County School District. So
I saw on the side. I saw on the sideline. I'm like, okay. Then I realized, oh, she she belonged to the whole county. She don't.
Yeah, she can't stay with us. We were happy that she came over and visit us, and she had to go on the other side, so she had to stay neutral. We're not going to put that kind of pressure on her, but great choice, and we appreciate the board a unanimous decision in that respect that select her to continue her her career where she started as a student, and now she's at the top of the chain, and so she's going to need all of our support to make sure our kids get the best education, and so many blessings to her and her family as we move forward. And so and it's good to see her out there. She's an athlete too, so it's good to see her out there. Miss Johnson was out there last night, our District 3 rep. So all of that matters, man, to come out and support these things. Politics and all that stuff aside, we can really come together and support on both sides. On both sides of the ball. We want to see all of them at least definitely walk away healthy, but we want the W to always come to Andrews.
Yeah, and to the Andrews fan base, to the parents, to the family members of the players, there's a story that I read this morning, and you probably hear about it here if you haven't already, where one of the teams that we're playing, who's going to be Philip Simmons and Bishop England. Apparently, there's a rivalry there, but there's an unhealthy rivalry there because as of this morning, they stopped any competition between the two schools. No football, no basketball, and I'm assuming that's going to extend to the other sports. So let's continue our record of good behavior and civil behavior, just acting like adults. Let's continue that as we move through these different seasons.
And I haven't read the article yet. I'll check it out. But just like the players were tested last night in terms of the rough play, the unnecessary play that was going on, and trust me, there was a couple of us that, well, not us. It was in me that, hey, this is not right. Somebody need to call it. But it causes us to act out of character sometimes. And there was a couple of parents that hey, look, this has got to stop. But they maintained their cool. They came down on the sideline and they just voiced their concerns. But I'm assuming, and having not read this article, that there's been a lot of, you saw what happened. I think it was in Hemingway and it was that team last week where parents came onto the field and it was a big brawl.
Hemingway and what's another Burke. Hemingway and Burke. Yeah, we can't allow that to happen. We have to, we'll have emotions, go through a range of emotions when things start to get crazy on the ball field, but we got to leave it up to the coaches and the players. Yeah, for the most part, man, your boys are tough kids, and they got you know what I mean? They got their boys out there with them, just like them other guys got their boys out there with them. So let them kids handle that out there on the field. You know what I mean?
My mother couldn't come. She came to one game and she couldn't understand why there had to be more than one guy tackle me. And after that, I was like, Mom, you can't come back to you can't come to any more games. You're too passionate about your son. This is football. And it's going to be a rough play, but we as the adults are going to have to keep it in line and be that example for them. As long as those guys can get up, because I will tell you, I watched Vernie last night when Brandon went down, and just like I did when I saw my son get there, he didn't move. He watched him, and as long as he was moving, Vernie never fret. He stayed right there.
I get it, and I mean, it's important that they're able to go through these things. You know what I mean? Because that's what sports is going to teach them, how to get through things that you can't help them with. You know what I mean? Fatigue, pain, just different things. Like I was on the phone with somebody. Me and Jay was on the phone, and my daughter fell, and I was just like, he was like, "You ain't gonna get off the phone." I'm like, "No, she'll be all right." I'm watching her, and she, because sometimes we can feed into that would help them. We could cause the wrong effect. They look at us and then they start looking for that sympathy train, and we feed right into that, and it, it's not good
and
for them.
and for the most part, especially I wouldn't. No, Mom, don't come on this field. None of you all don't come on this field because after this game, the boys are going to rag me if you come out here. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah,
the boys are going to give me a hard time if you come out here. But it's tough. It's tough to see when the kid get hit and pop, and gasping for air. When you get the air knocked out of him, or take a cheap punch. But we don't make it any better if we go out there and get involved. So let the coaches, the referees, and we've got the authority around there if necessary. But we as parents and fans won't make it any better if we go out there and get involved. Now, again, I yell and try to encourage them, but I have to watch it too. Watch what I say, especially where I sit in this position, because it could cause things to get unraveled. So it's tough. It's tough, but we have to maintain.
Absolutely. That's your sister right there. Tawanda McClary saying Mama didn't play about her babies at all. All caps on the all at all.
Yeah, back then they wasn't really checking for weapons.
Mom
was she was very passionate. God bless her soul. So we just tell you got to stay away. We'll come tell you all about the games. Yeah, man, we have to maintain it, when situations like it gets tough. And I suspect as we move through the rest of this season and the games get tougher, gonna be a lot of activity going on. We just have to stay focused.
Man, as long as we move through and that 0 is beside our name, it's hey, Miss Claire, you see he got his cup.
Yeah, I was about to say, shout out. Who was it? Who saved
Claire
cup?
Cooper. Miss Claire Cooper.
Thank you, ma'am. I left my cup out there, man. Listen, I tell you, I was into that game, man. I wanted to be out on that sideline, and so I walked off and left my cool little cup that was given to me. And so, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. And I was always back in Andrews, I think, when you called me and told me you got your property here, because it's marked. It was a gift, and so it has mirror on it. And I said, man, somebody gonna see it and throw that in the trash, especially if it's a Walmart person. So they're gonna trash my cup, man. But I appreciate Miss Claire. Oh man, hey, it's all good, man. Let me show you what's happening out here. Okay, so of course I can't do this inside, so this is where I am. You recognize it?
Oh, that right there is that look like pine tree. No, hold on,
yes, sir.
Hold on. Yeah, no, that's not pine tree. That's
no, it's down at the
P House.
P House.
Yeah,
it's
P House
down here. Just
that,
beautiful, man. So
to the right there where you had your camera pointed down.
Yeah.
I went and took that drone and made that left and went about a mile. About a half a mile upriver.
Now, hopefully I don't lose signal, but it's so peaceful out here, man, and it just. I'm outside. I got to be outside when I talk about football, And so this is a beautiful, quiet spot. You see people out here hitting the waters. The weather's good.
Turn your phone sideways.
That better?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me see. We walk you down here. Yeah. So doing our show, we haven't got an official name for it yet, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
We got three top contenders names, but we need to do that. Yeah, because I want to do get a logo done before the end of the season.
Okay. But I like to be on location, so I'll probably always moving around because I can't talk football sitting in the house. I don't feel right. But I wanted to show folks, man, those that haven't been down here, man. This is a beautiful Black River, and of course, this is part of our new state park. I'm going to come crumbling down here for.
Hey, your sister wants to know did your dad give you permission to enter the dam, aka Mexico?
Yeah, I know. No, he don't even know I'm here. All right, guys, check it out, baby. I think they're speedy.
Yeah, they came through there pretty fast.
This is
Came through there
the
pretty
beautiful
fast.
Black River, man, right down here. So I
P
like
House
to
Landing.
come out. Yeah, P House Landing, man. I like to come out and enjoy the outdoors. And again, when you start talking football, that's what's happening. Yeah, they're kicking it up.
Absolutely.
And but of course, I brought my fishing pole with me. So as soon as we get off the air here, I'm gonna go ahead and try to catch me a couple fish, man, and then bring it on back. Today, I also want to let folks know it will be a community rally. Of course, the loss of two young men last year. Community come together and talk about it today, and see if we can get some help to kind of solve that case. But that'll be today at 5 o'clock. But right now, our Girl Scouts are out on Main Street, Beach in Maine, doing a fundraiser so they can, I guess, fund some of their activity that they have planned this year. So please go out and support the Girl Scouts. But this is where we are.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you get to the fishing. I was trying to take the day off, but that's not happening because I'm having phone calls coming through.
Okay.
So let me.
Well, a big shout out to the team, the fans,
Absolutely.
the administration out there at Andrews High School. We appreciate you guys, man, and we'll keep doing this thing for our students, and I'm just enjoying it. So I appreciate you and Andrews the podcast.
No, hey, and listen, I need some menu ideas. We're scheduled to feed the team on the 4th of October, and
Okay.
if any of you guys have done that, that's watching, and give me some ideas on what we should do. Because I can get real kind of superstitious when it comes to the game. I don't want to mess nothing up on. You know what I mean?
Which one is that? I know I've spoken with Felicia, and is that the same
Yep.
one? Okay, good. They may have a menu already.
Okay, for the 4th, I don't know about the 4th.
I'm not so sure, so we just have to synchronize that and make sure.
Yeah.
I may be involved in 2 feedings, so
Okay.
I'll check with them. All right.
No doubt. Thank you, Miss Claire. We love you guys too. But yeah, we'll get up on that. Go Jackets. We'll see you guys next Saturday morning after we face off with Hemingway. Make sure you tune in to Real Talk Tuesday every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Get your fill of local politics because this thing's is getting closer to the election, and most people are distracted by Diddy and all this other stuff, and we got some real serious issues that you guys are going to be voting on in Georgetown County, namely 2 tax increases that you guys need to understand before you go and check in. Yes. Anyway,
absolutely. All right.
With that being
So
said,
I'm go down to my dad now, man, and get some barbecue.
Hey man, that's what Mr. Bubba barbecue after snacks. Your sister was saying afterwards. He heading down there now, Twan.
I'm going now. Yeah, I think I'm changing plans as we speak.
No doubt. All right, man. You have a good Saturday,
we'll see you soon, buddy.
All right.
All right. You too.
Yep. Y'all have a good one. In the stream. Yes.